Hey guys, it's Brittany. So, today's going to be a Dreamtime video, and today I'll be sharing with you this very interesting dream that I've had years ago. And when I had this dream, I believe I would say I was in my early 20s. And just to let you guys know, this dream is going to be very different from any other dreams that I've shared. This is a very mature adult theme type of dream, so viewer discretion is advised. So yes, that I will have to say, because this is a adult theme dream. So I'm just gonna get right into it, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. So in this dream that I've had, which I still very much remember, that okay, so in this dream I was inside this building, and it was some kind of business. Now, I didn't know what kind of business I was dealing with when I walked into this building, because I think there are these people that wanted me to see what it was they were working on, and this new thing they were working on. So they wanted to do a test on somebody to perform a demonstration. And I think I should say what it is so I don't leave you hanging on wondering what it is. But this building, this business, was actually where they made sex toys. And so, well, of course for men and women. And so somehow I think the one who works there, he just wanted to show me around, what they do and how they make it, how they make it with different I think, fabrics, textures, and they test it. And so, they just make sure when they do make it, that they make sure it's safe, and it doesn't, you know what I mean? So they make sure it's safe and everything, which I think that's good. And so then, I don't know his name, but all I can remember is that he was tall, and everyone else was just walking around me and behind me. And so then he takes me to this room, and he tells me, okay, we have here this new sex toy for men, and we're gonna test it to see whether if this is something that men would like or not, if it might feel satisfying, if it gives them pleasure, and if it's something that satisfies them, sexually, then of course then they would make more and sell it because they think it would do well. But if this is something that may not do so well, then of course they would have to they would have to make more improvements to make it better and to make it more stimulating, Okay, and then, so I remember what this looked like, and so I would have to draw it out for you, so you can know. And I just gotta say that I know that there are ones where um, there are ones where men would have to hold, where they pretty much do it themselves, but this one does it on its own. So it's like a very electric one where it pretty much moves on its own, and the only thing that the guy or that the man has to do is just lay back, relax, and that thing will just move on itself by a remote. And that there are different settings. So one, there's slow, and one that's medium, so it's like kind of fast, and there's one where it's fast, but not like too fast, but I think just, just fast, but not in a way where it's like not fast in a way where it's like, oh, it's out of control and it won't stop. No, nothing like that. But so okay, this is what happened. So he says that somebody who has worked there has volunteered to do a demonstration of this new sex toy. And so this demonstration room was very different because it showed how, okay, like, the demonstration room is quite small, but there's like a bed and there's a pillow, so that way you could rest your head on the pillow and not on the flat thing laying out when you laying down. But I think they made it more comfortable so it could feel like a bed. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm shivering. That's because I am, because of the air being on, so I'm like getting goosebumps. Anyway, sorry. I'll try not to shiver. It's just the air giving me goosebumps right now because I'm just feeling kind of cold. So that's just pretty much it. So, okay, so how can I describe this demonstration room? So the thing is, it had no walls. Okay, it's almost like when you walk into a room, and even though it's like built around it, but this one didn't have walls where you can't see. This one was built like with almost like a glass house where you could see right through. So that's how it was built. So let me show you how this was, because when he went in, everyone else was standing outside, so we could pretty much see inside of this demonstration room, and everyone was just around the room, but outside when he was inside. So everyone was just around from like to the side, to the front, all the way around. So let me show you how it was. Okay, hi. Okay, so yeah, let me show you. So imagine this. Okay, this, for example. Imagine if this is a demonstration room where you just see the bed and the pillow inside the room, but then outside of that demonstration room, everyone is outside and they're all around here. And so I'm only laughing a little bit because this is in a way, this was strange, unusual when I had this dream. So, okay, and I just want to say that, so when this guy was laying down, had to perform the demonstration, he was nude. Completely. And so, as he's just like laying down, everyone else was around the room, well, outside of the room. And so, because he was like, it's like a small room that he goes inside by himself, but everyone else is standing outside of that room just looking in. And so as everyone's watching, it's like this. Okay, so the room's small, so it's like right here, but everyone is just standing. So everyone's just standing like this, watching. Yeah, so everyone's just standing, watching of this demonstration. Okay, and now I am going to show you what this sex toy looks like. Okay, so keep in mind, okay, so this is anything very different. So it's round. Okay, hang on. So it's, like I said, it's round. Okay, I think that's a good circle. Okay, and then, okay, so it looks like this, like when you, it's almost like when you hold it like this, so it's round like that. But then when you are facing it the other way, so it's like, okay, hang on. I'm trying to do this here. So, okay. Okay, so like I said, it's almost like when you hold a soda can, for example. So it's like when you hold a soda can and when you do it this way, you see like the end of it and the front of it, which is round. But then when you are holding it like this, you know, there's a shape to it. So it was like that. So when you hold it like this, like a soda can, you see where it's round. But when you hold it the other way, it's like this. So, okay, hang on. Okay, so it's like this, where it actually goes around the man's dick. And so when it goes completely around it, almost like a kind of like a ring, for example. And so when it goes around it, now the material inside is soft. It's like this okay, it almost looks like water in a way, like that. I don't know if you can see the lines there, but yeah, so the material inside is like this soft gel, but it's not sticky, you know, it's not sticky at all. It is soft, real soft, but soft in a kind of like a wet feel to it, like, you know. So okay, let me just do this. So when it goes around, like I said, around him, on that part of him, it goes around like this, and like I said, from the inside, the material inside of the sex toy, like I said, is soft. It's a soft gel, but it's not sticky. It's soft, but like a soft and like in a wet feel kind of way. And so when it goes completely around it, because you, like I said, you put it on like a ring, but this moves. So when it moves, it's moving, okay, like that. Okay, like that. But I can't do it completely all around my arm because right now, I mean, my hands are soft. So anyway, so it does that. And when it moves, like I said, there are 3 different settings. There are one that it's slow, so it's like, you know, it's slow. And there's one where it's medium, where it goes a little fast, and there's one where it's fast, but not too fast, but just in a way somewhat fast, where it feels good for the man. And so as he is testing this sex toy of this demonstration, they test out the slow mode, and he really liked it. And he was just, we can see that he was enjoying it because of him, like the way he was breathing, the way he was moaning. And so then they tested out the medium mode, which was going a little fast, so he was enjoying it. So he was mowing a little more. Then when it came to the fast mode, and since it was going just a little more fast, his moaning got louder, and it sounded like, well, you know. And so he was feeling so good to the point that his legs started to shake. So yeah, so after that, the guy next to me, I think he was the one who's in charge of the business, he was like, okay, we can see he's really enjoying himself, and that this thing is really giving him pleasure. And so after that, they turned it off because they had the remote, so they turned it off. So after that, his legs were still kind of shaky, but he was just like breathing heavily, so we can see he really enjoyed it. And so the man next to me, he said, okay, we can see that this did very well, and okay, but since we can see that this demonstration did very well and he was enjoying himself and he pretty much very liked it, then okay, this is approved, and we are now going to make more, going to sell it, because we believe that this new sex toy for men is going to take off, and it's going to do very well for our company. And so when he was saying that how it's approved, they're going to make more, and how they believe that the sales of this new sex toy for men is just going to take off, and it's going to be like this huge new thing, or it's going to be the new go-to sex toy for men. And so yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. And so even after that, and even during this demonstration, I remember just standing there and I'm just like, oh, like, okay, wow, this is quite interesting what I'm seeing. And even afterwards, when he approved it and they were going to make more, and they believed that it was going to be like this, that was going to become a hit for their business, and that it was going to take off very, it's going to do very well. So because of that, I remember thinking, oh, okay, well, I've no doubt about it. I mean, I've never seen anything like it before, and this is something that's quite new. And I thought, okay, so I have no doubt about it. If this is the kind of sex toy that men are just going to enjoy, And I just gotta say that when it does, okay, so the dream's not over yet, so I'm sorry. So I remember I went to the room and I talked to him, and because after that they gave him a break, so he was pretty much having something to eat, having some water, and I said, hey, like, so how do you feel? Like, you feel okay? And he was like, yeah. And so he was telling me, like, yeah, I know it got me feeling so good, my legs were shaking, but man, I really enjoyed that. Like, I would definitely try that again. So, he was just being honest with me. But yeah, he said other than that it didn't, it didn't, like, do anything to him down there that it didn't made him felt like, he had no allergic reaction, and that he feels fine down there, and that yeah, it felt smooth, it felt soft, and very like a wet like feel to it, to the material, because how soft and I think wet the gel was. So it pretty much felt, it did no harm to him there, and it was just safe to use. So I was glad to hear that. And so he said, yeah, I would definitely do that again if I ever need that. And so I was like, okay, well, good to hear. So after that, that was like the end of my dream, and I woke up. And what's funny is that when I woke up from this dream, I remember just feeling like, oh my gosh, like what just happened? Like, okay, this was a very interesting, unusual kind of dream, because I never had a dream about like a masturbating kind of dream, And here's the thing, because I don't really say that word, even though, masturbate. I mean, even though it is what it is, but I don't usually say that word, because it almost just feels like it's, wrong, and just feels like, it almost feels like kind of like dirty in a way. But I usually call it, pleasuring yourself, because I feel that's more better to say than that word, But I will say this, and I know this is a dream I've never usually share on my channel, and I know you guys never seen this side of my channel before, where I would discuss a more mature adult theme kind of content. But I just gotta say, with this dream that I have just shared with you, the thing is, we're all human, we're all physical beings, but we're also emotional, even spiritual beings, but we're also very sexual beings as well. And the thing is, even though I never show that side to myself, but the thing is, I am as well. Like, and it's natural. This sort of thing is natural for everyone, because everyone does it. Everyone once in a while does pleasure themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I feel like you got to at least take care of yourself. I feel like you got to take care of yourself in many ways, like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but also you got to take care of yourself in that department too, to feel your urges, to feel your sexual desires, even if it means to pleasure yourself and to feel good. There's nothing wrong with that. So you gotta take care of yourself in that way too. Definitely. And even though there are some people that don't do that, now believe they have their own reasons to why they don't, and that's okay. But for those who do, and I believe that many of us do, that I believe there are a lot more people that do that don't. But again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's very natural, and I feel like if there are those times where you feel that urge, you can't like just ignore it and just be like, oh no, okay, okay, think of something else, or I'm gonna distract myself and do something else. Because it's almost like this. It's almost like, I don't know if it's exactly like that, but think of it this way. Think of it as that, okay, I would say this is the best example. Almost like when you're watching a funny movie and you want to laugh, but then knowing that you want to laugh, but it's almost like someone holding you back, and it's like, nope, don't laugh, and you're holding in your laugh, and it's like, no, you can't hold in your laugh. If you need to let it out, let it out. And it's almost like, if you need a good cry, then you gotta cry, because if you hold it and don't express it, then that's not good. That's not good for you, physically, to hold it back, even emotionally. But I know that's very different on that, but still, in this case, when you feel those urges, you can't just hold it back and shrug it off, ignore it. No, it's like the best way, I think the best thing to do when you feel that is to just have that alone time to yourself, and to pleasure yourself, where where you can make yourself feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yes, I know this is a side I've never quite talked about or even showed before, but yes, I do have that side to me, although that side is kept very much private, only to myself, me, myself, and I. But, other than that, everyone does. And, there are some where they do express that side freely, and that's okay. And there are some that don't, and they keep it private, like how I keep that part of myself private, but that's okay. That's okay. And so I just wanted to say that as well, that there is nothing wrong to do that, because it's a natural thing, and it's okay to pleasure yourself. So yeah, and yeah, this is, yeah, I know this is gonna be a whole new different kind of video when you see it, but I hope you guys enjoy this dream that I have shared with you. And so yeah, comment down below. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this, and let me know if you like what you think of this, of the adult theme content. Is this something you would like to see? Let me know. But yes. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the dream that I shared with you. Hope you liked the video. And so for more, and I just gotta say, even though I just shared this dream, which is very much adult, on a more sexual side of a self pleasure, but my videos are still gonna be the same, where I'm still gonna talk about movies, reactions to trailers and movie scenes, and sharing other kinds of dreams as well, and paranormal. So of course that's not gonna change that. This is just the kind of dream that I just wanted to share. But let me know what you think of this, and yeah. So just I should put it out there that my videos, my movie content, and paranormal other dreams, it's still gonna be the same, but this is just something I wanted to share. So so for more movie content, reactions, dreams, and the paranormal, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.